What's up? What's up? What's up, everyone? It is Jason Jani, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about wedding production sales and my sales process on how we do some of these large production-rich events at SCE. And for myself, the personal Jason Jani events, I want to talk to you a little bit about my sales process, what I do and what I don't do. And I'm sharing this with you in hopes of helping you elevate the overall business that you have going on in the wedding space. So if you're a wedding DJ new to the business or someone that's been doing this for a while, I hope you find value in this video. If you do, I'm going to invite you to do one thing really important for me. Smash the thumbs up button and even check in with a comment. Let me know that you're here. Let me know that you gained something from this video. And I always check the comments in all of my videos. I try to interact with anyone and everyone I possibly can, and I just appreciate it. And you can always do a super thanks too. That's down below as well. Let's talk about production sales in the wedding space. One of the things that I absolutely do not do is offer packages. I hate packages. I know there's a lot of people that get behind packages. I don't care for packages for a number of different reasons. First and foremost, I think it limits you as a DJ in a lot of different ways. Everything that we offer at SCE is a la carte. It allows people to choose the specific services that they're interested in, and it allows them to adjust the overall experience to fit the needs of their celebration perfectly. That's my number one thing. My number two thing is I believe packages limit entertainment companies from doing a lot of different things. I think if you offer someone a red, blue, and green service option and someone lands on red and they want something that could possibly be in the blue or green service packages, they're not going to get it. So you're kind of selling yourself short in a lot of different things. I think the business and the economics of this conversation is one that I value a ton, and I understand why at a very surface level someone might think packages are a great deal or a good deal, but I think if you offer a la carte services, you position yourself to make more money, do larger production-rich events, and just open up an opportunity to constantly have the opportunity of evolving the entertainment, services throughout the course of the planning phase for a wedding specifically. So let's talk about the process for SCE. When I meet with someone at SCE and I'm doing the sales process and someone's considering me for their day, it's really like twofold. They're considering me, and at the same time, I'm considering them. And I think it's really important to understand who they are, what they're about, understanding their vision, understanding what they want out of the experience, what they're into, what they're not into. And from my perspective, I want to share with them the who we are, how we operate, how we could benefit their overall, celebration. And I really want them to consider the talent portion of the portfolio exclusively at this time. And when we're first talking with people, I don't go in and talk about all the different things that we offer. I share with them some of the things that we offer, and I let them know that this conversation can take place anytime during the planning process. But up front, it's really important for them to, in my opinion, feel comfortable with who we are. And I want them to move forward with selecting the talent-specific options for their day. Because one thing that happens if they are not sure, they're on their fence, and someone else comes in and books it, the whole plan has to change after and if the talent is not available. So the initial sales process for me and for us at SCE really focuses in on the talent portion of the overall decision-making process and the functionality of the company, how we operate, what we do, what's the process look like. And from there, after someone either opts in or decides that it's not the best fit for them, and either way, it's totally cool, we then go through a process once they come on board, where we then have a series of meetings that take place from the time of booking to probably about a month or so out from the overall celebration. And over the course of maybe one or two meetings, we call them creativity sessions, we actually talk about some of the opportunities for us to incorporate some of the service enhancements. Now, one of the other things I think is really important to mention here is when they move forward with us at SCE from a talent perspective, one of the things I like to do is I like to find them on Instagram and I like to connect with them. I like to follow them, and not to stalk out their stuff, but just to essentially understand who they are, what they're up to, and to observe any content that happens across my feed when I'm on the platform, whether it's, on my way to the office, or if I'm in a car, or if I'm on a plane or whatever. I try to just observe anything and everything I can. And moving forward, I feel like it allows me to get to know them a little bit better. And as we go through the process, when I get to meet with them, I can make suggestions about services that might be of interest to them, whether it be on what they do from a social perspective, when they go out to dinner, when they go out to the club or to the bar or whatever, or maybe I would make suggestions based on things that we've done at that location that they're getting married at, so that it maybe fits or pairs properly, it looks really good, or based on what they share with me in terms of their vision or vibe or the experience they want to create, I could then go through it. But I feel like the point of this is we don't go in and ask someone to make decisions about things like lighting or some of the enhanced services that we offer day one. I think I've learned over time that building a relationship with people that are trusting you to be part of their day and that you're working for allows you to essentially get to know them a little bit better, but also guide them a little bit differently than if it's just a pure business transaction from one to the other. I feel that if you get to, connect with them and you build a little bit of a relationship, you build trust. And as you start to get to know them, and as you start to really listen to what they're saying to you, and as you start to evolve the overall plans for the wedding or for the celebration, you can guide them a little bit differently. I feel like the relationship part of this conversation is everything. And I can tell you from planning my wedding with Lauren earlier this year, where we started our planning process and where we ended up was very, very different. We didn't even know some of the important things until we got really close to the wedding, 6 months out from the wedding. So sometimes when you're planning a wedding with someone that might be a year out or a year and a half out or even 2 years out, they don't have the answers to questions that could be the throttle for the decision-making process. And I think that's super important to know. I think if you build a relationship with someone, you get to get to know them a little bit. You listen to what they're asking you for and listening to what they're into and paying attention to what they do from a social perspective. I feel like you can guide them. And where this has essentially taken myself and the SCE Event Group is it allowed us to grow our service contracts properly with couples that are trusting us. It's not about stuffing them with services that aren't going to land properly. I think it's about curating a perfect experience for people when they're having a celebration that's super, super intimate, super, super emotionally driven, and super important. I feel like the key to longevity in this business is doing right by people and really taking care of them along the way. And this is just one thing that we do at SCE that I think is a little bit different than what typically has been done in the entertainment space for years and years and years. And that is not pushing a ton of services day one, getting to know people, building relationships, and essentially curating an experience with services as you plan out someone's really important celebration. And anyway, I hope this helps you in some way, shape, or form. And if you're a DJ watching this and you have questions about anything at all that I'm sharing with you right here, I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. If you get behind what I'm saying, please leave some love in the comments down below. And I have another video that I want you to check out right over here. Tap into that. Be sure to leave a comment. Be sure to ask a question if you have a question. And be sure to look out for more content coming right here to this channel in the days, weeks, and months ahead. Anyway, that's the key right here. I'm giving it to you right now. Jason Jani, SCE, our process, production events. I hope you enjoyed this video.